Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for March 2021, and I wanted to say welcome to your private reading. So there might be something to do with being private for Scorpios. Scorpios are very private anyway, but there might be something around privacy coming up. Cool, your cards are just spilling onto the table. Okay, what do we need to know for Scorpio? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, Scorpio. All your cards came out in one go there. Wowzers. There will be an extended reading as normal, Scorpio, and the link is in the description box. This is a big month for you, I can tell you that much. Wowzers. We want that one too. Yes. There is something here. Overall energy card, which is a nice card to get. I get justice. There is something here about justice, privacy, righting a wrong, things being recalibrated in some way. Now, with justice, of course, it does represent the legal system, so it may literally be that you have some kind of legal thing that's been rumbling on for ages. Maybe you've been through Mercury retrograde in February and the usual shenanigans and what's going on in the world at the moment has held everything up. It looks good, but it also looks like there are a few pitfalls with it and traps not to fall into. Okay, above justice, this gorgeous card here, the Nine of Cups. This is about getting what's yours. And I mean that in terms of mental, emotional, spiritual, all of those things, all arenas of life. Scorpios are generally quite good at keeping their eye on the target of what they want to achieve or where they want to get to. But something knocked you off course with this. And someone, I feel, may have led you up a garden path a little bit. I'm just getting that kind of vibe. I don't really understand it, and it won't be for all of you, but there is a message that there was a probably quite toxic situation that you might have been involved in where somebody, they weren't who they said they were, or they weren't, what they were offering wasn't as it should have been. This could be for some of you in terms of working patterns, how you work, the structure of your job. You know, I mean, we've all changed the structure of how we work to fit in with the events of the past year. And for some of you, though, this may have reframed things. And there may have been certain opportunities or promises or job titles, or just, you know, things were supposed to be like this, and you're realizing, or you have been realizing, that they certainly aren't what they were cracked up to be. But with the Justice card, this is the universe telling you there is an opportunity in March to start something fresh, to start something new, but also warning you with the Seven of Cups here not to get sidetracked again into any kind of gaslighting for some of you. Fantasy. The line between fantasy and reality is coming up in this reading. The fantasy, I think, is what someone is promising, or what a situation is promising, or even what you hope will be the case, what you hope is true. And what actually is true and what actually comes to pass. I want to look at the card underneath that Seven of Cups. Queen of Wands energy. That isn't you. For one or two of you, you are dealing with a Queen of Wands character. So you may be dealing probably with a woman who is very powerful in her personality, very forthcoming. For just a few of you, this can also represent a rival. The Queen of Wands for me is a rival card. It can be someone's ex. It can be a love rival. It can be a work rival. There is rivalry and competition in this reading that I don't fully understand. Okay, it's just a flock of birds going overhead at the moment. That could mean something. Don't get sweet talked into anything. Don't get bad mouthed into anything. This is the energy of being very, very true to yourself, very, very on your own side. If this is in relationships, this is about taking care of you first. If this is in a work situation, it's about taking care of you first. In any situation in your life, the universe wants you to take care of yourself first. Now, for a small number of you, this means recognizing, I want to say threat, recognizing a threat to your happiness, a threat to your security, a threat to your stability. Okay, it may not be as obvious as, you know, someone's going to steal something from you. I don't have any card for that, but just that there is a need, 9 of Wands, to build a fortress of protection. You're going to feel that need. Don't ignore it, okay? Because while you don't need to be too defensive and you don't want to be bitter and you don't want to be too combative, there's a need with these 9 Wands. What I'm getting is to get your ducks in a row early. Get prepared. Sorry, this is making my nose run. It always does this when there's something important. Get your ducks in a row early. Get prepared and build a healthy fence. This is not about, you know, making a catapult and getting and lobbing things over the wall, even though you might feel like that. This is about good fences. Good fences make good neighbours. I think that's what they say, isn't it? Yes, in this case, that's true. This is about your boundaries, literally. It could even be about your physical boundaries with that legal card, but it's definitely about your boundaries in your relationships with people. It's about your boundaries in your work life and in your rivalries and in any kind of situation where you're needing to compete for something or someone, okay? It's healthy to be in your boundaries, and normally Scorpio is very good with boundaries. Scorpios are brilliant with boundaries until they're in love or they're invested in something. If you can get a Scorpio invested, and you will know this if you're a Scorpio, sometimes they become very soft-hearted and it's easy for them to give too much. Something's been happening here, Scorpio, where you may have been in that arena, where somebody may have been able to, or was trying to, manipulate you. Now, Scorpios do notice everything. So this is something I feel that you have noticed. For some of you, this is somebody who may be an ex of yours, or it may be something where the relationship is, you're in separation, it's not current. I've got this 10 of Swords, the need to kind of clear the soil, the need to purge, the need for catharsis, the need, and with this 10 of Swords as well, this can involve family when it's the 10 of Swords. I get this is just something as a tarot reader for me, but it also can involve long-term family patterns. For example, if you are the one in the family that used to absorb all of the difficulties, you used to solve everybody's problems, or you used to be the empath in the family, you'd be the feels for everybody. It could be that that is cropping up again. Usually we've just had Mercury retrograde in February. Mercury retrograde brings up things, and I'm getting A Course in Miracles where they say love brings up anything unlike itself to be healed. If you are in a relationship, or if you are watching this reading because of a relationship, which is slightly different but still very, very relevant. There are still lessons to be learned from this relationship. I don't know if that means that there is still mileage in the actual relationship, or whether there are just lessons to be learned for closure. I have got the Judgment card, and the Judgment card for me is resurrection. It's past, present and future. That's what the 3 figures at the bottom are. Someone's tooting the horn, aren't they? Someone is tooting the horn. This could be, it does feel that way. It does feel like someone you're involved with. It could be that you were involved with them through work, but there's also it's like a kind of counterbalance here between love and work. They seem to be reflecting each other. Let's say, for example, someone's been taking you for granted in the love department. It may be that you feel taken for granted in the work department, and it may be that when you were in your family, you felt taken for granted that you'd sort everything out. That kind of thing, okay? The universe wants you to consider what's going on. We've got this Knight of Cups energy. This is nice energy. It's the energy of someone bringing an offer into you. And usually with the Knight of Cups, it's an offer of some kind of romantic kind. It's a love offer. For some of you, this is a real about turn. If you were involved with someone who may have seemed self-involved, maybe a bit selfish, maybe even a bit narcissistic, they've been going through the long dark night of the soul. Now, you might not want to hear what they have to say, and that's perfectly all right, obviously. And you may feel there is a need, that you have a weakness for this person. I feel like you definitely had a weakness for this person. But you may feel like you need to defend yourself against this person in some way. If this is to do with a situation with a difficult boss at work, or a difficult situation at work, you may feel you have a weakness in a certain area that this person is exploiting. Scorpio, in this reading, it are the feelings for me of exploitation, of somebody taking advantage. Now, it's a very positive reading, actually. It doesn't look like they're about to. It looks like you come into awareness of this and you can do something about it. And what's more, the universe wants to help you do something about it. That part of it I really, really like. The Knight of Cups, for those of you who are looking for love, if this is where you're single and someone comes into your life in whichever way they can at the moment, and we're in very weird times, you may, from old wounds with that 10 of Swords, feel suspicious. And you might be right. I'm not ruling it out, and I'm not ruling it in at the moment, okay? You might be right. This whole reading screams optimism, new beginning, and caution. We've got 2 cards here that kind of conflict with each other. I got this gorgeous card of the Fool. New beginning, looking forward, ready to love again, ready to risk again, ready to start a new cycle. The Fool is the 0 card of the tarot, okay? But also the Hanged Man. Something gives you pause. Judgment. You can't let go of the past until it's been properly dealt with. That's a very strong message for at least one of you. And then up here, the Star. Love this card for you, Scorpio. The Star is about putting that 9 of Cups into action. You may feel in all of this kind of struggle, I think there's been some struggle. You may feel within this struggle that it's not possible for you to have your dreams, that it's not possible for you to turn something into something better, into something brighter, into something more positive and more healthy. but it is possible. It may be that you have to call someone out on a few home truths. It may be that you have to eliminate the competition somehow. Not literally, Scorpio, not literally. But you can get there. It's not a quick process. In the middle of your reading, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about playing the long game. None of this is particularly quick, and none of this was quick in coming. It built up over quite a few, I'd say months, quite a period of time this is built up. There's also a need here with the Two of Pentacles for you to change tactic, to juggle something, to change routine. Very interesting. I'm going to take a Romance Angel Oracle card for you, Scorpio. In the extended reading, I'm going to look at how they feel about you, what is going on with this other person on the other side of the equation. Yes. Definitely there is new love, okay? Ooh, look at that. You get new love. For some of you, Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, a fellow water sign, or an Aquarius. I've got also some fire sign is in the mix, okay? But it's not as simple as that. If there is a new love interest, there's also an old love interest. But for some of you, it's an old love interest wanting to inject new love. And you get, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Also, that might not be for you, that might be for them. Have they released their ex? Queen of Wands can be the Nightmare Ex card. Are they clear of what you need them to be clear of? That's a question I would be asking yourself rather than them, actually. Love yourself first. That is in all arenas in your life. And of course, we know this, you know, that you need to love yourself first. But sometimes it really kind of comes up, okay? The universe really throws that card up and says, come on. Scorpio, it feels like you've been not used. Someone has maybe taken more than they've given. They're about to say that can change. The Oracle card I get for you is breathe. And I would say more than just breathe, I would pause. This is not a situation that can be rushed. Yeah, I do want that one actually. Healing with the Angels card, you get manifestation. That's the Nine of Cups. You are able, and with the Star, to change this situation if you want to. Whatever you do, you're going to make it better for yourself. You don't need to be making it better for anyone else. That ship has sailed, okay? It's time now to concentrate on you. Scorpio, I'm going to go do the extended reading. I'm going to look at the Knight of Cups, going to look at the Star, going to look at Judgment and the Fool, how they feel about you. I'm going to have a little dig around and see if there's anything that's not being said as well, because I feel like there might be. The link's in the description box below. Do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.